Hello, and welcome back to the State of the Fandom. I am your president for life, democratically elected, of course, of time and space, Neil Fox, and your future president of the United States of America in 2028, or later, possibly. Now, I was just talking with my wonderful future husband. Future husband, would you tell us what you were just talking about?
I was talking about necessary innovations that the United States desperately needs to follow up on.
Desperately.
Mainly because I was paying attention to what our glorious President Biden was talking about a few months ago, and he was talking about classified industry sectors for the United States.
Okay, I've never heard of this. Tell me about it.
Classified plans that they don't want, the foreign nations to find out about.
What? Okay, what was he talking about?
He was talking about revitalizing the energy industries. He was talking about revitalizing... he was talking about revitalizing industries here in the United States.
Sure. And that's classified... why?
Good question.
Okay. So let me get this straight. Let's imagine, for the sake of argument, that every person in America wanted to build a single building.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, the building of, let's say, free money. It creates gold coins out of nothing. Every person in America would want to build this building.
Yes.
And you're telling me that the blueprints for this building are classified and not just released for everyone?
Uh-huh.
Why?
Because...
oh my god! That is so stupid!
Because the United States thinks it's a good idea to keep things a secret from the populace. They think it's a good idea to...
oh my god.
They think it's a good idea to keep future investment programs secret from the world for some reason.
Future investment programs? What do you mean?
Future investment programs such as key vital areas of the United States economy that the U.S. government is going to invest money in. Because heaven forbid our enemies find out about it.
Yes, I'm sure that China will use their great, vast powers of innovation to steal our plans for factories to make solar panels. No! That's so stupid!
Yeah, we classify a lot of dumb shit.
Just give the people the information to fix their lives. This is not even difficult to do.
No. Again, the U.S. government really thinks keeping stuff classified is a good idea.
Oh, because they know better.
It's really asinine what they classify.
The term that I've heard bandied about, not so much anymore, but a few years ago was talked about a lot, was called the nanny state.
Yes.
And in my opinion, the idea that some bureaucrat or congressperson or president who has lived in let's just take Joseph Biden, for example.
Okay.
Someone who has been in government as a senator for 60 years. Somehow, this person is qualified to tell the people of West Virginia, or Texas, or California, someone who has lived in Washington, D.C. for 60 years, somehow is qualified to tell these people who live very far away from Washington, D.C., who don't care about Washington, D.C. All they care about is, do I have enough money? Do I have enough food? Do I have housing? And can I take care of my family? This is what rural America cares about. This is where I lived for most of my life. They could give a shit about Washington. Most of them hope that Washington sinks into the swamp and disappears.
Or burns down, or gets nuked, or something inconvenient, an asteroid hits.
They deserve it at this point. They have an asteroid, and it's just the Washington, D.C. crater. That would be helpful to the rest of the country. Now, again, I am not saying that we should nuke Washington, D.C., because that would be stupid. But I'm saying that if, hypothetically, an asteroid just crashed down directly on top of Congress, that would be beneficial to the country. Because we would have to elect new people because they would be dead.
I'm fine with natural selection.
Natural selection. Because it would kill the dinosaurs. Get rid of the dinosaurs. We need some new blood in Washington. Anyway.
Let's just get furries. Just staff it all with furries.
Oh my god. No! Darling. What were we just talking about? Of a better way to staff federal agencies.
Elections.
Uh-huh. It's almost like elections are effective in a democracy. Who would have thought? What a novel concept.
Exactly.
Using elections to find people who are qualified for the job. Well, and not elections affected by money, just elections of people who want the job.
Yes.
What a novel concept. Putting people in charge who want to be there.
No, we can't do that. That's too simple. That's rocket science. That's rocket surgery right there, son.
Well, Biden, if you had more than 2 brain cells to rub together, there's only one in there, I'm sure, just rattling around like a single Christmas light inside your brain.
But corn pop.
One corn pop, yes, exactly.
We're doing it for corn pop, man. He was a bad dude.
What?
Corn pop was a bad dude.
Oh, okay, got it.
Don't worry about it. It's part of the meme sphere around Joe Biden. It's a very large meme.
You think? So, I have a question.
Yes?
We were just talking before we started recording about the idea that we could go to a campaign management firm that sends out text messages for political candidates. Did we not talk?
We did. Now, audience, well, what do you think would happen if we sent out a text message to the entirety of the United States of America?
That's an excellent question. Why don't we find out? According to this firm that I was speaking with, they have approximately 30 million voters that they could send a text message to. Now, darling, I have a question. They gave me, I won't even worry about the price, they gave me a very high price to do this. Now, darling, where did they get those numbers?
Analytic data?
Voter records.
Voter records, got it.
Which are public information. So that means that if we chose to, we could go to the various agencies that have this data and download it for free.
Yes.
And then we could go to a non-political organization that sends out mass text messages.
Oh, it's like, here's the voter list. Puts hard drive on desk.
How many numbers are on this hard drive? Don't worry about it.
It's a 14 terabyte hard drive.
A 14 terabyte hard drive of what? Phone numbers.
Just phone numbers.
I look forward to that conversation. That would be delightful. Darling, I have a question.
Yeah?
How much does it cost to send out a text message?
Good question. How much does it cost?
Because, according to this company that I talked to, they have roughly 30 million Republican voters and 30 million Democratic voters that they have found in their database. So, that would be about 60 million people.
Only 60 mil? Okay.
Well, we're talking about voters, keep in mind. We're talking about active voters.
True.
We're not talking about people who have never voted. We're not talking about children. And we're not talking about people who have died and fallen off the voter rolls.
I mean, we could send text messages to them as well. I'm sure their phone numbers still exist, right?
Fair enough. Let's see. Send mass texts. Cost of mass texting. Here we go. What's the cost of mass texting? Let's see. SMS marketing spend is set to be 83 billion? Jesus. That's crazy. Okay. Evaluate the cost per message rate. Is there an unlimited text messaging plan?
What's 1% of 60 million?
1%?
Yeah.
That would be, let's see, remove a zero, that'd be 6 million, remove another zero, that'd be 600,000.
So if we sent out a SMS to 60 million people, that'd be 600,000 people that would be willing to respond to the message on the first go.
Darling, also that would be per message. So if we sent out a message every week, that would be 600,000 responses per week.
Well, it would be more than 600,000 per week. It would be 600,000 on the first week. And then it would multiply.
Oh god, yeah. Absurd, like multiply by absurd amounts.
Yes! Start with a single grain of rice. Halfway across the chessboard. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
You owe me your kingdom now. Shall we continue?
Absolutely.
Is it fractals that multiply like that?
You're thinking about exponentials, my love. Remember?
Yes, exponentials is a very fun topic.
Okay. Costs money to send bulk text messages, approximately 1 cent per text. Okay. So yes. So now we have removed. Just for the sake of the listeners, they were trying to charge us 1.6 million to do this task, and we've now reduced the cost to 600,000.
Oh my god, 600,000 for 30
600,000. No. Not 30 million. 60 million.
60 million for 600,000. Holy.
Do you think that our podcast might be popular if we sent a link to it to 60 million people?
Once a week?
Once a week?
Because we release a new episode once a week?
No, darling, we release a new episode every day.
Oh no, we release a new episode
But we would send a link to our personal favorite episode from that week.
Yes!
Why is someone like Mr. Beast not already doing this? Hey, Mr. Beast, why are you not spending $600,000 a week to send out 60 million text messages? 60 million!
We can't be the first people to think of this, can we?
Darling, are you receiving a political text message on your phone every week?
No!
Then yes, we are the first.
In 50 years of the cell phone existing, we are the first ones to come up with this?
I'm sure we're not the first to come up with the idea, but we are definitely the first people to have the resources to actually do it. Because if someone at any time had thought of it and actually put it into practice, then it would already be happening.
And we can do this for whatever charity organization we want to do.
Oh, shit. Yes, absolutely.
You know, spend $600,000 on a charity.
Oh, yeah, the charity would get tens of millions in donations. Tens of millions. Darling, if we sent a picture, keep in mind, with a text message, you can send a picture.
Yes.
A picture of a dying, sick baby horse with Victoria right next to it, taking care of it. And we put a message that said, "Hello, this is the presidential campaign for Dr. Neil Fox. Not a real doctor, just a doctor like Doctor Who. I am a doctor in the same way that Doctor Who is a doctor. I want to fix people's problems. Now, if you would like to donate to this wonderful charity, please go to this PayPal link. Do not go to their website, because if you try to go to their website will crash. Like the last time we did a campaign for them. There were so many people trying to access their website because of me that their website crashed."
Did it really?
Uh-huh.
Wait, which campaign was this again?
The horse campaign!
Oh, okay.
The calendars!
Got it.
Darling, every popular furry YouTuber was talking about it at the same time. They got an absurd amount of web traffic from that.
Good point.
Why do you think we did it on Indiegogo instead of direct donations to the website? Because Indiegogo can handle that kind of traffic.
I see.
A WordPress site that looks like it was made in 2002 cannot.
Good point. I've been booped.
Well, that was a very interesting 16 minutes. I say that we take a short break, do a commercial break, and come back.
Yes.